Hola and bienvenidos everybody. My name is NittPicc. If you don't know who I am, I'm a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today we're going to be listening to a band called OK Goodnight, and the song we're diving into today is called 22. Now, this reaction comes from Patreon supporter and perfect fourth tier member Zelbinian. I was only given very little information about this. I was told, since I have been enjoying some more progressive style music, that I would enjoy this. Now, Zelbinian also, he and I have this like funny reaction request thing every month with all my other perfect fourth tier members, but he chooses to give me the choice. Trademarked by him. I usually get 3 decisions or 3 choices and I have to pick one while I sweat that out, you know? And this month I only got the one, so woo, less sweat. So I'm excited to dive into this. I don't have very much context, but I have a feeling I'm gonna enjoy it because I like a little bit of everything. So anyway, before we get into it, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, the links are down in the description below for the Discord, as well as the Patreon, where you can check out extra reactions, free content, and anime reactions if you're into it. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Oh, I love this drum beat.
Thinking about how my words won't come out. I'm in trouble. Where's the panic button? Now when we talk, all I do is shrivel up. What's the number? For picking up the pieces I
God. Okay, I want you to forgive me. Normally, and at the same time, teach your own. Some people are like, shut up when I'm listening to the music. And some people are like, why isn't she speaking? Well, give me some time. There's some times where music absolutely stops me in my tracks. And this is one of those moments where this kind of group there's not just one line of music you can lock onto. You can listen to this multiple times and you will get a different line to kind of focus on, because immediately, I think it's just because maybe it's because I know I like rhythm and I like timing, so my ears immediately, sorry for yawning, I was up until 6 a.m. last night editing videos. I locked into the drums, and that drum beat, immediately this intro, just the slow rise, the panning of the guitar line being thrown around inside my brain. I love that feeling. And then adding a film grain-esque sound, hi-hat being added, right? And then there's another effect underneath that Ooh. Just another effect. It adds to this atmosphere that they're trying to build. I freaking love this beat. Got that. Got. It's so I don't know why it's so scrumptious. It's scrumptious to me. I feel like out of all the drum, like the cookie cutter style drum beats they could have picked, they didn't go with it. And they chose to go a different route. And it makes the song feel like, the drum beat makes it feel like it's really driving, right? But everything else under it, the bass and the guitar, gives you this sense of lift, of float. It feels like I feel like my body is floating in like a... Do you guys know what those like floating tanks are where it's like salt water? That's what I feel like. The lights are off. This is what I would want to be playing in one of those like immersion tanks. Dude, you'd be sent on a trip so fast. And it's so simple at first, but it doesn't stay simple. Little solo line added in the guitar. Singable. It invites me, the listener, if I've heard it before, I'm going to be sitting there in the car. You know it. You know I'm going to be sitting in that car going, boo-wee-oop, boo-wee-oop, boo-wee-oop. I'm going to be singing that line. And her voice, baby.
I'm in trouble. Where's the panic button now?
And just that's a keyboard. That boom, 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 boom. Just the, I love her voice. There's something about her voice. I think it's the use of how the vibrato, the way she can vibrato the end of a phrase. And she's also got a little bit, a lot of it of a warmer sound. But then things start to like escalate quickly. I love the break in her voice. Love the harmony layered. And then he filtered that guitar solo, and then this is where it escalates. We kind of step out of a moment where we allowed the vocalist to be the center of attention, and the band was doing exactly what they did earlier with a little bit of alterations here. But then we're gonna get all of them together. Listen to this instrumentals. Lovely 16ths movement in there. And then listen to that rhythmic unison together, baby. Oh. The talking in the instruments. Oh, the long tones swimming around in the back of my brain. You don't have goosebumps. I want to go back and analyze it for the time signature, but I swear there's a measure of something else in there, unless I'm crazy. Which is highly possible. I'll throw it out there. If you know me, you know. But dude, the digital effects layered on the voice, on the instruments, like do you hear the little minor distortion being added to the guitar, almost sounding like it's slightly out of pitch? I love it. I know you're probably like, what? But it feels like it's being strung through. Do you know how like it's what with not the gramophone. Maybe it was the gramophone, but there was one before the gramophone. It used to use a wax roll. You would record sound on a wax roll, which is really cool. If you look it up, I can't remember what it's called, but I just know that one of my favorite composers went around Ireland recording people singing songs to create a giant piece called Lincolnshire Posy. If you know, you know. But when you listen to those songs, occasionally, like the way, obviously, like wax deteriorates over time. So there's moments where the pitch is like not quite in tune. So you gotta figure out what that is. But it's crazy because Granger decided to compose some of those, you know, deformities into the piece, and you can hear those. See what I mean? And then there's higher pitches, long tones kind of being played in the background, which is honestly being played around in the back of my brain. It almost feels like someone's crawling around inside. And then listen, her vocals with itself, and then the digital distortion. Then can we go back to that? I'm so sorry. You're going to be so annoyed with me. Don't be annoyed with me. No? Okay, it's in 4. See, to me, that felt like a 9, but it ends with just a long pitch. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. I'm happy to talk about it, but we kind of go back to our beginnings. All right. I hear a little bit of the Cardigans in this moment. Oh, that's a beautiful bass. Did we get a 7? Did we get also that ending, dude? Doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. It almost gives it a Rage Against the Machine moment. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Yeah! I like good time signatures, weird time signatures. Get it, girl! Yeah, they really sent it home at the end with the weight. And because it's funny, because the beginning half, it almost feels like this light, but at the same time, it's like conflicted. Like the music itself feels conflicted. But it's so musically good. And that ending, it just ends on such a good last, like to the fore, baby, taking it home. And her vocals at the end, you gotta, like, come on. Ooh. I want to hear her more often. And just the style, I have a feeling they are, not saying that most bands aren't musically educated, but I have a feeling they are music students. Were they music students? I have a feeling I'm going to Google this. I'm going to take a second. We're going to jump to the end of this. I'm going to Google them, see what I find. Girl, I called it. Berklee College of Music, dude. They went to Berklee. Yeah. They formed at Berklee. Look at them. That's cool. I love that. I'm not saying that having a music education makes making music so much better, but I do think that it helps, right? Having some knowledge helps, because in all reality, there are many bands out there with musicians that are just great musicians, have never had an ounce of music education in their life, but learning to play their instrument is the music education, because the curiosity causes them to dig deeper into what they already know and they begin to understand what they're doing. So you can get I'm trying really hard to not sound like the only way you're gonna be a good musician is if you have a music degree. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it just helps. Because I know this is how I feel personally. I feel like sometimes my music education holds me back. I've said this a lot to friends and other musicians, because sometimes I get too locked into what I know and what I remember, and I have a really hard time breaking out of my creative box, and it is extremely frustrating. So good for them. This is like, there are a lot of groups that come out of Berklee, and it's really neat to kind of look at who all those people are. But this is a great band, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up about that. So I'm curious as to what your thoughts are, whether it's about this, about what I just talked about. Let me know. As usual, before I go, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord, as well as my Patreon, where you can check out those extra reactions, free content, and anime reactions. Also, I scrolled down and I see that they're going to be in Dallas in November. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.